human rights black hole known as Guantanamo Bay. The Washington Post has a report out on the horrific conditions facing migrants who were sent to the military prison there. The paper spoke with 3 Venezuelans about their ordeal. They were among the nearly 180 individuals imprisoned at Gitmo, most of whom have since been deported back to Venezuela. Deyuvar Uzcategui, who spent 2 weeks at the military prison, told the Post, quote, "They didn't treat me like a human being. They threw me in a cage." Over the span of 14 days, Uzcategui said he was only allowed outside for 2 hours and then only in shackles. Most of the time, the migrants were kept in isolation, in solitary confinement for days straight, and they were denied any opportunity to speak to a lawyer. They were guarded by troops, not immigration officials, and they were subjected to humiliating strip searches. This is from the Post. Quote, Uzcategui said the most traumatic part of his stay there was being frisked. Every time he left his cell, whether for the shower or the outdoor hour, he was frisked upon leaving and again when returning. During the searches, guards made him strip off his clothes and open up his backside and genitals. They watched him as he showered. Another individual detained at Gitmo told the paper that he attempted suicide while there. The condition of confinement at Guantanamo was raised during Tuesday's White House briefing, and Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt was unapologetic.
At Guantanamo Bay, it's a promise the president campaigned on, that if you invade our nation's borders, if you break our country's laws, and if then you further commit heinous, brutal crimes in the interior of our country, like raping and murdering innocent, law-abiding women and girls, and committing heinous acts of violence, then you are going to be deported from this country, and you may be held at Guantanamo Bay. These are criminals we are talking about. Don't forget that.
Actually, they're not. Leavitt talked about heinous crimes like rape and murder, yet none of the individuals interviewed by the Post had a criminal record in the U.S. other than just being undocumented. And since the names of the people flown to Guantanamo were never released, it can't be verified that these were indeed the worst of the worst, as the administration has claimed. Now, there are currently 17 migrants being held at the Guantanamo Bay military prison. And on Tuesday, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth visited the facility. He took a tour, and he claimed it was, quote, the front lines in the war on the southern border. The war on the southern border. What exactly is the nature of the enemy here? I mean, the other side isn't a military. It isn't armed. It includes women and children. It's just masses of people fleeing violence in their home countries and seeking a better life in the U.S. And these dipshits are calling it a war. It's despicable. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our new videos. Also, if you want to see Means Morning News in its complete form, not just the clips we post here, head on over to Means TV and get access to all our new episodes and our entire backlog, plus tons of other great movies and original TV shows.